getting this going here.
Let's go. Legend versus Zain. So Zain got the first faction pick, which is why he is Soviet. Legend gets allied. We are going to see all the faction matchups here. Just wait and see. It's going to be exciting. There's a little bit of a delay on the pre-captured, but they will pre-capture very soon. This is pre-cap for only the far oil. Okay. I'm glad Legend let Zain know that. Because you do want to make your first engineer, first you want to make an engineer, not a dog, straight out so that you could make a refinery out of that oil onto the gems. So that's what both players have to do. So yeah, Zain chose a Soviet. Apparently he is more comfortable facing Legend as Soviet versus Allied than the other way around.
Yeah, and you got to assume here, so, the players do get a role. They get to decide if they want to go Soviet or Allied first, but then they're going to have to flip in the next game anyway. And the maps are random. So the biggest thing is just kind of like whatever you're more comfortable with. Obviously getting that first win, getting a little bit of momentum early. And I think Zane's Soviet versus Allied is probably one of his more favored matchups. So I think getting that win early, picking up a little bit of momentum is certainly a good move for him. Path, thank you for noticing the stream upgrade. Very proud of it. Big thanks to Doofus, who walked me through everything and answered all my idiotic questions over the course of several hours. And here we are with the 2K monitor. So,
nice. Fast AFC out for Legend, and it looks like he's going to go with a Seal, no?
Yep, Seal out.
So Seal Life out of Legend. Legend is not playing around. He wants to try and do as much damage as possible. Double War Factory out for Zain. You could definitely afford to do that with double oil and gems at the start. Let's see how he counters this Seal that's heading towards his base. We do have a Rhino out. Can he defend this Seal?
Probably has
question.
Sentry gun ready. No Sentry gun.
Whoa! Doesn't get in.
Guns
the miner helped.
Yeah. Down with the Rhino. Oh, the miner was shooting a little bit. Okay, that makes sense.
The miner helped as Zain heads towards the bottom right to Legend's expansion. Legend thought the Seal would slow down Zain enough so that he wouldn't have to defend for a while. Good thing is he's allied. He could just chrono his miners out of there as soon as they are under threat.
Yep.
So, 2 pillboxes already up. Looks like he's going to be spamming them. We're going to see what Zain does. If Zain gets this oil, then I think the refinery goes down with it, doesn't it?
I think so in this position, yeah, but I don't think he's going to. He's trying to find that sweet spot and break between the pillboxes, but just too many.
Alting.
Too many pillboxes. Gets the refinery. Yeah.
Power drop in the top right. Zain already on 3 war factories, 4 miners. Legend teched up.
The GIs having to move in on foot here. Where are they headed? You can't tell. It doesn't seem like Zain sees these. Oh, yeah, Zain sees them now. Brings the miners over. Good defensive tactic.
Gonna save the oil. That was close, but he got it as Legend starts making mirages.
So with Legends allied, do we normally see the mirages versus BFs? I forget how Legend normally plays allied.
Yeah, no, Legend doesn't like the BFs. BFs requires extreme skill. I'm not saying Legend.
What are you saying about Legend?
No. I'm not saying Legend isn't skill. It's just so hard.
Yeah.
It's very powerful, but it's so hard to do correctly. You need practice, so much practice. And Mirages are very, very powerful units. Until the Desolators come in to completely counter them, they're pretty damn good. So Legend is chasing here, doing a lot of damage here to Zain's army, cleaning up. But on the flip side, Zain is on 4 war factories already. Still has, he could make a refinery in the top left, get those gems if he ever needs an eco boost. So Legend needs to back off here.
Yeah, and Legend, but at the same time, economically speaking, yeah, Legend looks like he spread himself a little too thin with those war factories. Well, no, his money is still coming in pretty good. I guess Legend's just looking a little better on money, but
yeah, I mean, he has the refinery in the bottom right, which is about to get destroyed, but he also has the purifier, which is very important as we see the spy heading across the map towards Zain. We're going to see if that spy gets in. As Zain presses in the bottom right here, trying to get a miner. Legend micros away and saves his miner. And the Mirages come in to defend. That spy's coming in. It's coming in. Oh, can it get in? He sold a Warfract? Oh, it's in. It got
It
in.
got in, right?
It
Ooh.
definitely got in.
And so now we're going to see some vet. Vet
Ooh.
Mirage is coming out, which is not what Zain needed.
No, no, not at all. Not at all. So Zayn lost 2 War Factories from that single spy. I don't know why he sold the first one. I suppose he thought it was a seal heading there or something. I have no idea. Either way, the spy did get in the end, and we do see a Deso bomb getting ready in
Yep.
Zayn. You know, Zayn putting some Desolators into that flag jack there, as Legend heads with 2 Mirages to the top left to try and snipe this miner. Zayn trying to micro it away, and Zayn is pushing. Zayn is pushing here with
Oh,
Desos.
doesn't get that miner. Okay. And Zain, okay.
Yeah. Oh, here's the Desolator. Huge Deso bomb. Beautiful out of Zayn.
Ooh.
As Zayn pushes in, Legend has no army, nothing to
what's-
defend us. All he has is Rocketeers.
Oh, he's managing those flaks perfectly, taking down those Rockies.
Oh,
So yep.
look at Zayn.
And this is gonna be hits the War Factory. Nice.
Nice.
Now where does he
Goes
go?
to the
Where does he
lab.
go? Yep.
Gets the lab. GG. Calls
Boom. Yeah.
Legend.
Yep. Okay, Zain
And,
picks one up. I'm excited
Wow.
about that because I feel like Zain is kind of the underdog slightly here in these matchups. So I think Zain really needed that one with that particular faction combo. Zain really needed that. So it would have been pretty rough if he would have lost his Soviet versus Allied. I think it would have been a hard series to come back on. So
Yeah, Kwa says, never build Mirages. Yeah, one really good Deso bomb will completely
yeah, that was
murder you.
that's really that was yeah. I mean that was now we all know what how to do a Deso bomb 101 by Zain. All right. Stardust.
All right, so these guys need to switch up the factions a little bit. Legend saying that it's a little bit laggy.
We could try a different tunnel.
All right, so with Zayn, you're gonna probably want to try the DE Clan Tunnel 3, I think. Maybe try that one out, see if it's any better.
Okay, hold on. Okay,
Yeah, Steve, I gotta agree.
which tunnel?
Sorry, well, I think the DE Clan Tunnel are good for that region.
DE Clan Server EU.
Yeah, I think number 3. I think they have like 3 of them. I think
1, 2, or 3 doesn't matter. It looks like they all have a similar ping.
How is everyone's ping on this? Well, no, you didn't switch a tunnel.
Oh,
FCEU is supposed to work the best. What's up?
I don't know. Well, I guess maybe I guess I've kind of been out of here a little bit. Do you think that Zayn is favored against Legend?
Well, listen, you would have gone 6 months back. Legend would be the underdog. There was no way he would win Zayn in a series. But nowadays, yeah, it's weird to hear it, but I feel like Legend has surpassed Zayn in skill. I'm sure many people would disagree with me, but that's what I feel, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was. That's what I kind of thought Legend was kind of rolling at that level right now.
Yeah. Legend being very, very scary. All right, so we've got Legend in the bottom left now. Legend this time is Soviet, and Zayn needs to be allied on Stardust, which is not a bad map for allied. Not a bad map for allied at all.
And so let's talk about some of these other matchups as far as favorites go, because that's what's interesting with this. This isn't regular, where obviously players pick their factions and it's very straight up. Whoever's favored in one point is favored in the match. In this case, though, here, what do you think? Zayn's allied, certainly. I mean, Legend obviously more comfortable being Soviet. How do you feel about Zayn's allied? What do we know about that?
I mean, yeah, Zayn knows how to play all factions very well, and his allied is no joke at all. His Yuri is no joke at all, but I would still say he is most powerful as Soviet.
Yeah.
So, just based off factions, I'd say Legend has the edge here because they're both primarily Soviet players at the end of the day. Right, that's the faction they've been playing longest, put the most amount of hours into, put the most amount of time into, put the most amount of energy into. So,
what do we know? No, what about each of these players' Yuris? Do you see one of them being significantly better as Yuri?
Well, I would have said Zain because I've seen him play more Yuri, but I've seen Legends Yuri and it's pretty damn good.
I
Pretty
think
damn good. All right, this seal in the bottom
Seal
left,
coming
I
in.
don't know what.
What's he going for here? Oh,
It's
hits
a
the power.
bunker. Here's a
Ooh.
bunker. Gonna get the power. That's unfortunate. That's something he always wants. Oh, but it does go down. So a tech power plant for a seal and an IFV. Not really worth it since he already built off of it and he could get the second tech power plant. So an engineer costs 500. A seal together with an IFV costs what, 1,600? Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good
So
point. And also, I think that that's a good note as well. There is another one. He did just take the other one, and also,
yep.
like you said, building off of the refinery.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Exactly.
no, my webcam's
So,
being weird. I don't know why.
ooh, you are completely unfocused there. Yeah.
We're doing it. We're fixing it.
Alright, so we've got Zain making some GGI IFVs to defend. I like that first power drop out of Zain, just neutralizing that center point. Legend, of course, is going to go around it. Zain could probably hold this with good micro and a well-placed pillbox. Legend pushing it on the right here. Zain is out of position,
I know,
though.
yeah, very out of position. But oh, and Zayn is or Legend loses one tank on the backside.
Oh,
Isn't gonna matter though. Hits the war factor.
yeah.
That really took. I don't know if Zayn missed a scout or what, but he was really he really
Yeah,
did
he
not
was
play
out of
that
it.
well.
And all of his miners chilling.
Yeah, pulled his
Putting
miners
3
up.
of them back on.
Got him back to work though now.
But 3 more still chilling in the center here, so Zayn's money is dropping rapidly. No war factory, so he can't produce any more tanks. Gonna have to hold on with pillboxes and rocketeers, but Legend's army is looking big. A little too big, actually, and Zayn still with no war factory.
Yeah, and Zayn could reroute. He's got these GIs here could be rerouted to the cause, but losing the miners, I don't know.
3 miners,
yeah.
man. 3 miners, no army. Legend with rhinos in his base. Zayn calls GG.
And you see Legend, you call that's like the little GG pause when the tanks destroy a building and then they just chill for a second because the other player's like, all right, this guy's gonna quit, right? And then all of a sudden, all right, he's quitting. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So we've done the Soviet versus Allied. They swapped, so each player had a chance to face Soviet versus Allied versus each other. Now the next factions are.
So the next factions are Yuri versus Sov, and I think
Yuri versus Soviet.
Yeah, and the players, I guess they.
Should they roll again?
Yeah, might as well. And there is a reason for this. Generally, it doesn't really matter. But if it got to a situation where it was going to be game point, it would be, you know. All right, so Zain is, it's either Y or S.
S. All right.
Okay.
So Zain chooses Soviet, which means that Legend has to go Yuri. Ivor, hit us with the random map.
All right, coming with Desert Island.
Ooh, not the best map for Yuri.
LE 1.3.
Yeah. So the score is 1-1, 1-all.
Is that right? Snark, the LEV 1.3.
Desert Island, you definitely should find in either battle or yeah. I mean, it is the LE 1.3 version, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay. Yeah. So Rick, we are not doing mirror matches, so it's only opposite factions. Yeah, it's actually kind of interesting what happens if you do mirrored factions. The series just gets like way longer. Obviously not longer than what is normal, but longer than what I like to stream. So that's why we're doing just the opposites.
Okay. So, Legend versus Zain. Zain will the higher number. He gets to choose Soviet. Legend gets Yuri. Now this map, I'd say it's a Soviet favorite map, Ivor. You got lots of money. You got a lot of time to react to you know, Yuri. Like, by the time Yuri reaches you, your IC is definitely ready. I favor Soviet here. What do you think?
Yeah, and I do, and at the same time, it makes me think that, I don't know, maybe Legend knows something we don't, because he could have vetoed, but maybe he has politely decided not to use his veto because he did kind of use it already in a tricky way. But he does have a veto, and I agree that you know, So, well, we'll see. We'll see what he comes with. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm seeing a little bit of lag here now.
Yeah, there is lag. Oh, that's not good.
That's pretty painful.
That is not good. Should we just tell them to read before, like, change tunnel now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Before the game actually started. Let's see if I could even quit. Okay. So that was the D. You want to try changing back to FCEU or?
I feel like the FCEU is fine. There is an FC Asia. Should I look at the ping? Oh, the ping is just my ping, right?
Yeah, the ping you see there is your ping. After you put it, you could see everyone's ping.
Alright, so this is FCEU. This looks...
If you hover your mouse over the names, you'll see the ping of the players.
Yeah, so both me and Zain struggle a little bit with the FCEU apparently. But I feel like it worked the first time. Should we just try it? I feel like this
Again,
FCEU...
usually under 200 ping is more than okay. Usually.
Oh, really? Well, we're both under 200. All right, let's run. Wait,
I've seen...
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. Well, I said I've seen no lag in games with 250 ping on players. But usually you want less than 200.
You favored Soviet here, right? That's what you said?
That's what I feel. I feel like a good Soviet player here won't lose to Yuri easily at all. Although I have seen, again, if you use the Gauki Yuri tactic, where you keep making MCVs and expanding and building grinders towards your opponent's base, it becomes very hard to deal with. Yeah, again, with the new Yuri meta, maybe it's not a Soviet map anymor. I don't even know, man.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. With the new meta, everything we know is out the window. You know. It's crazy, but it's so fun to see things flipped on their head like that. Because you forget meta does not stand for best effective tactics. It stands for most effective tactics available. And then once you run a tournament with the Chinese players, you realize the meta has been redefined in real time.
Yeah. Okay. This is Yuri's revenge, but we have seen some impressive ways of fighting Yuri from Woody and impressive ways of playing Yuri from Gyeoki. So
right. Yeah, I always forget that was the... I keep forgetting the Armageddon was Red Alert 2. Every time I'd be watching a game and I'm like... All of a sudden, the GIs, they paradrop, and then they just start shooting BB guns, and you're like, wait, what's going on? The Red Alert 2 GIs just do nothing. Okay.
So Zain sending in the conscripts, but that Gat already chasing down. Most of the conscripts already dead, so that's not going to do much as the Rhino comes in to chase the Gatling tank, and nice. Zain insta-moving to the center. I love it.
Yep.
I love it. All right, so we do see... the radar out for Legend. Legend is on 4 miners. Zain is only on 3 miners. We're going to see if that makes a difference. So yeah, you never want to push into a Yuri base if the radar is up. You never know if there's a psych tower ready or a mag could come out at any moment, and then there's no retreating after that. All right. So Legend did get a decent scout, I think, on Zain. Always problematic for the Yuri player. And let's see how effective he can be with this mag. As Zain, has 2 miners in the center. One of them getting ore, though. What do you think of that? A miner in the center getting ore.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like one of those kind of oversights that you shouldn't see at a top level, and you certainly don't want to be making at the top level.
Definitely. It has moved to gems now. All right. And Zain keeps pushing in. He's got flag checks, he's got a few conscripts. This mag is all on its own little mission here.
Yeah, its own little hero mag.
He dropped one flag on top of each other.
That was nice.
And he killed them both. Yeah, as Legend on 5 miners, lab out already. So we're probably going to be seeing a mastermind come out any second now. And, 6 miners for Legend. Legend has 1 on the gems in the center there.
Yep, getting that economy rolling. The Yuri Prime is out now, getting a good little battle force. Got the Mastermind, a mag, the Yuri Prime.
Yep.
countering with some Desos here. Has a drone ready. Ooh, a nice line of Desos coming.
Yeah, that's a lot of Desos, and Zain can afford it, right? He's got all those gems in the center.
Yep.
He can definitely afford it. Genetic mutate out for Legend. Zain only now getting his lab out as he pushes in with a Desolator here. Let's see this Mastermind. Can it be effective? Okay, the drone goes down. That's a lot of Desolators. That will overload the Mastermind. Legend is definitely going to lose a miner here in the top right, but at what cost? Zain loses so many. Well,
yeah, that was yeah.
that wasn't horrible.
Yeah, Zain. So what? Legend lost a miner and a mastermind. Zain lost a couple rhinos. Probably good for Zain there, I think, right?
Yeah, probably. I mean, things are damaged. Doesn't matter that much. This comes in. No anti-air for Zain at the moment.
Ooh, that's big. Pick off some of those Desos. That's going to really help the cause. And that's going to leave that Rhino group a little bit more vulnerable. But he is pushing it on the base now. It looks like...
Oh, he's pushing in the bottoms. Zain has to defend this. We're going to see what he does. The flak tracks are coming out. Your Prime comes in.
Oh, sells the War
Prime grabs
Factory.
the flak track. Interesting. As a flak cannon comes out as well. Okay. Gets the barracks.
Well, now what's he have ready to build? Where's the tower? Oh, builds the War Factory. Gets the tower.
Out. I don't think it's enough here. I think Legend botched that up a little bit. Okay,
Ooh,
Grinder comes out. Mastermind doesn't. But the Mastermind came out in his base instead of down here.
Oh,
so
he didn't even he didn't even primary the War Factory. Yeah. And to me that looked like someone who looked like a good player who understands their strategy but just doesn't have the reps. You know, like Legend has not done that 10,000 times before, and then you could kind of see it was just a little bit sloppy, you know. Zain was certainly more comfortable defending that than Legend was executing the attack. But that's what these opposite faction games are all about.
Icy comes out. Zain splits his tanks really nicely, sending 2 to one Mastermind, 2 to the other Mastermind. Gets them both really nice move there out of Zain. And Legend is looking a little bit cramped up in a corner at the moment as the industrial plant comes out. So Zain will be able to produce even more. And he's going to make another refinery on that second gem patch. Zain, look how rich Zain is. Doesn't have more than one war factory though, as a nuke comes out.
Yeah, Zain, good economy. Oh, then the nuke out now. Yep, nice. Yeah, Legend, like you said, very cramped up in that corner. His economy will be slowing. Well, he still has a decent amount of order work on, but I'm just not really sure. I think Legend, I'm not really sure what Legend has an answer for this right now.
Moving his MCV, he didn't make another one, he just moving his current MCV. So Legend is going to try and push in while he moves his MCV. Now we know the IC is going to be ready in 30 seconds. There are drones here to clean up Legend's army with that IC. Moves his MCV down a little bit lower. We're going to see what the target is as 2 rhinos head to the top right here. That Mastermind is overloaded, but the grinder is nearby, so he's going to grind up all of those flags. Legend needs to worry about that miner in the right-hand side.
Yeah,
and he's pulling
that miner out, but really no defenses to pull it back towards.
I see drones.
Oh, the
go
drones.
Off.
Drones are hitting. Ooh, that's a big hit for the drones. It doesn't look like he's... Oh, and they're going to keep... Oh, so he's grinding them all.
He's going to grind them all. Got to get money for the units and the drones. And Legend gets a 3rd war factory up now. Zain needs to start spamming war factories. He needs to outproduce Fury player here as he pushes in on the bottom, which is very nice. What does Legend have to answer this? He has 1 Mastermind, but a drone is already in position to counter that. Mastermind gets drones. Legend, what is your answer? What is your answer? Zain keeps pushing in here.
Picks up the
Gonna go for the tower.
And that's a grinder right by a tower. It's a great combo.
Yeah. Okay, that's nice. So Legend is going to push off this attack here. 2 more rhinos in the top attacking as well. As the discs are in Zain's base. I don't think Zain notices this.
The discs are sneaking in. Gonna go right for that nuke, right? Or, the IC. That'd be nice.
IC is gonna go down. Force shield goes up. He's gonna now target the nuke. That nuke is definitely gonna go down. There's no way Zain can save it as the flak tracks rush back to try and defend. Legend pushing. Those 2 rhinos going right into the last the nuke goes down. And the IC.
Ooh, that's a nice. That's a nice turn. And pulls him out. That's a nice turn of events.
Yeah. Gets both super weapons here. He doesn't have a Psychic Dominator though, so Legend also only on 1 super weapon. Gonna split those 2 rhinos to the top, try to sneak them around to the top of Zane's base in the top left here. Gonna be active instead of grinding them.
I like that, but it does look like
Zain does see it.
they've been answered for fairly quickly.
Yeah, rhinos are moving into position to counter them.
That was a nice. I like that. That was a good counter punch from Legend, though. He needed something. You know, sometimes when someone's on your doorstep, you can kind of get caught up trying to fight your way back or fight your way out. But looking downfield like that, trying to go back door on him, getting to his exposed base, and making him pay for it. I really like that move.
Yeah, yeah. As Quas says, sneaky dicks.
Sneaky dicks.
And all right, so Zain trying to make a push here. He knows he needs to keep Legend in his base. His IC only now, well, a minute ago coming up. He's gonna, yeah, Legend's army looking really scary here, man. Oh, and the genetic mutator comes down as well.
Mutator.
He's gonna push in here with the masterminds, with the gats, with everything here. Gonna be very problematic. Oh, there's a Deso there. Nice.
But able to skirt the Deso. It's got a good placement. Got a good grinder. He's just kind of building towards his base now.
But Zain lost 2 miners there and about to lose a 3rd. Oof, loses the 3rd miner. I don't know, man. Zain is going to be broke. He's on 4 miners now.
Yep, and Zane's economy, crumbles very quickly with that.
Yeah, I mean, Legend's broke as well, so I guess not a big difference. How many? Oh my god, Legend has no miners. Legend has only 2 miners.
Oh, yeah, Legend's broke and going to be struggling for a while.
Oh, and Zain pushes him back. Legend makes another war factory. What are you doing? You don't have any miners. Why are you making another war factory?
And I would have liked to see another tower there as well.
GG.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, that was. I felt like Legend had that. If he would have made a few more miners there, he would have been fine, and he would have easily won that.
Yeah, you think it was you think. I mean, I don't know. I guess it looked like yeah. Like to me, it looked like if Legend would have played better, he would have had it, but. I don't know. Like, I feel like there's quite a few things where he kind of went wrong, but I don't know. Yeah, it was definitely close.
Yeah, yeah. So
I mean, he just wasn't really. He had a couple. I mean, I feel like he had several attacks where it was like he has to do more with these attacks. Like they just weren't really getting that much done. You know, it was. I don't know. It was good though.
Decent game for sure. As they need to now swap factions, so Zain gets to be your Legend gets to be the good old Soviet on Country Swing.
V 2.2 sound right to you?
Go to battle. Let's use the regular one. I think there's a version 2.3 even, if I'm not wrong. If you go to battle, not standard, yeah.
I'm in battle. Exactly. I'm seeing V2. V2?
Yeah, so this one is the most updated one, I believe. Yeah, so they get to swap it up. Now, we'll notice that, so far, 3 wins for Soviet, 0 wins for other factions so far. Right?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, so the score's 2-1 for Zain at the moment. I think you got the scoreboard wrong.
Yep, I got it updated.
2-1 for Zain. Yeah, not for Legend.
Yeah, I got it updated. There's a display on it.
Got it.
Okay, so you're right. So the Soviet has won every game, huh?
So far.
But that's what's interesting about this, and I think that's kind of expected from 2 top level Soviet players. But the thing is that if you get a win with your unfavored faction, it will win the series for you. If it goes tit for tat, then at some point if whoever can get the first upset, or we could have no upsets and we could come down to heck freezes over. But if there is an upset, it could tilt the series.
Definitely. So we got Legend in the top left. We've got Zain in the right here, and yeah, we're gonna see Legend pushing in here with some conscripts down the center. Gonna be interesting to see if he actually gets anything done with that. Drone comes out to counter the brutes on the left here, so Zain not gonna get much of a scout.
Ooh, nice. Yep.
So far.
On a tight map like this, that's always nice. A good little anti-scout. Yeah, picks up the initiate too. Nice. Hey, yeah. Both players trying some funny business with the conscripts, and both players countering with the GAT.
Yeah, but all right. So Legend is gonna get the Rhino here on time to save most of his conscripts. We're gonna see he's gonna try to make a push here. Zain might have to spend money on a bunker or more tanks, which is not something you want to do on Country Swing. There we go. The bunker does come up. Legend ults it. Bunker is useless as the conscripts come in. Now these conscripts are gonna melt that power plant very quickly.
Oh, nice.
Gonna make Zain slow down here as Legend keeps pushing. The power plant is about to go down, which means Zain is low power. Towers are gonna be useless.
And the elite
Another power
conscript.
plant comes up. Yeah. Ooh, okay. And the barracks goes down as well. We're gonna see what the next target is. All right. Zain pulling in a miner to help deal with these conscripts so that he can save his magnetron. And that elite conscript.
The elite conscript on the run.
Yeah, but the damage has been done, right? Legend achieved what he wanted to achieve.
I think very successful for Legend there. I think he's very happy about that. Definitely puts Zain behind on a map where you don't want to get it behind even by a second, for a second, you know.
Yeah. Every dollar counts on this map, and Zain had to spend quite a bit on a bunker, on another barracks, on another power plant. That's money he didn't want to spend. As Legend is already on 6 miners, and Zain only on 4, so you could see the difference right there. So even though Legend put money into that attack, he built conscripts, he built rhinos, he's coming out ahead, which is oh no, and the miner gets dropped on the refinery in the top.
Like that.
Wow. So right there, yeah, Legend loses his expansion and he loses a refinery and a miner. Very unfortunate for him.
And Zain just flexing a little bit here with this mag. Okay, it gets droned, but he had some fun with that.
Really nice mag juggling, and with that single mag dropping the miner on the ref, they're even again, right? They're on the same amount of miners, they're in the same position more or less. So that one move right there just equalized the whole situation.
Berg says oof, and I think that's the sentiment we all feel there. Sean, how do I install this game? That is a great question. Snark, can we get the Snark 15-second rundown on how someone can play this game if they want to?
Of course, Sean is a noob and he doesn't deserve to know.
Sean, you're out, man.
Fault. Sean, what are you trolling Ivor? What's going on, bro? What is going on?
Wait, do you actually know who Sean is?
Yes.
Oh, he's messing with you?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Wait,
but
you
yeah,
know
Sean
who he is or not?
Yes, no, I know exactly who Sean is.
Come on, man. Jeez. Here I am trying to be helpful, trying to create a helpful, friendly environment, trying to help out some of the new players. Maybe I thought maybe Sean he used to play back in the day, maybe 10, 12 years ago. He sees it. He's like, hey, this is fun. I'd love to get back into it. My childhood entertainment.
And Ivor's like, yeah, oh, sure, let's help you. Let's do that. And
that's why I have to have Snark here to stand up for me when people are trolling. Okay.
Yeah, just terrible person, Sean. You're just horrible.
All right, nice little stretch here. Good little battle unit coming out from Zain. Got the prime, couple mines, the digs coming out.
Yeah, I mean the IC is out, but it won't be ready on time for this first attack. So we'll see how well Legend manages to hold against this first little push here. There are many flak tracks out, which will overload masterminds, melt mags, and gats. And discs, of course. So I don't think Zain could actually push this, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it's gonna be tricky. It's assuming that those desos are used effectively. One deso. Yeah, a lot of flax to overload.
All right, so you got a raid from QN and Sean making up excuses why he asked the question.
Yeah, Sean, so much going on at once. QN, thanks for the raid, man. Appreciate it. All the new people showing up. We got Zain versus Legend here. And this isn't just your standard pick your own faction nonsense. We have opposite factions, so both players have already played their Soviet versus Allied. Now we're playing the Allied versus Soviet versus Yuri. Next we'll be playing Allied versus Yuri. A lot of fun. Yuri Prime goes down, doesn't even fall down, he just immediately vanishes. You gotta hate to see that. Mastermind getting overloaded.
Pops. And Legend defends perfectly. Now Legend looking in a super strong position. The IC is ready. He's stretching down. Look at the left side. This beautiful stretch from Legend to the next ore patch. So you know he's going to be okay economic-wise. Yeah. And Zain actually looking a little bit broke. Zain looking a little bit broke. He's trying to sustain 3 war factories.
Stretched out nicely, but yeah, just overexerting a little bit.
So Legend already on the third ore patch as both
Ooh.
players have both super weapons. There we go. I see drones come out. They're gonna rush in.
What are those two
Splitting-
backdoor drones doing? They're not going to get anywhere, are they? Oh.
Yeah, they are down there. They're gonna get the mastermind
Ooh.
and the mag. Nice.
Pretty
So
devastating little drone mission there. Definitely kicking the nuts for Zain.
yeah, Legend looking super strong here, making another nuclear power plant just in case. You always want to do that against the Yuri player. Again, what Yuri has is what's known as a suicide capability, right? He could just rush in, lose all of his units, but do damage. And then when you try to counterattack, you know, psychic towers, one mastermind and a grinder, and good luck pushing in. So you always got to take that into consideration, the Yuri suicide mission. So you see 2 labs out for Legend, you see 2 nuclear power plants out for Legend, you see a service depot so that he can make MCVs just in case. He's got all bases covered.
Wow. Yep. I like that. Yeah, if you got the money for it, might as well have 2 complete bases.
Yeah, and you know, he's getting this nice juicy ore patch. We're gonna see what Legend's next expansion is gonna be, but in the meantime, his army is just huge. His army is just huge. Let's see, what is his plan here? Does he rush into all these masterminds? I don't think that's a good idea. The IC is ready though. Do we have drones anywhere?
Yep, and here are the drones. Drones getting ready.
So Zain needs to be careful. Okay, the drones are coming in here. I want to see Legend push right behind these drones. His tanks were a little far away. I don't know if he's going to be able to actually push in here and do anything. Drones going all over the place, trying to drone as many units as possible.
Pretty devastating drone hit, though. Gonna lose. Oh, yeah, 5 masterminds.
Yeah, loses quite a lot there as Legend pushes in onto Zane's miners here. Ooh, but the genetic creature comes out. More than enough brutes to stop
And
those
the
rhinos. He's
brutes.
going to have to back off.
Yep.
Yeah. Definitely going to have to back off. Now, we will notice that this nuclear missile will be ready before the Psychic Dominator, but not by much. What's the target, Ivor? What is the target? Do you go for those double war factory and the radar and lab? I think right there, right? With the radar, lab, war factory.
I think right in that little epicenter, yep.
Yeah, radar, lab, war factory. That's what Legend wants to target. You could see that he spread out his flak track so that the Dominator can't grab his entire armor at once. Oh, he's pushing in here? Alright. Legend has to try and defend this.
Ooh, hits hits triple.
Interesting.
3 war factories. That was nice.
Yeah, goes for 3 war factories instead. He's pushing in here. He's pushing in here. Masterminds are all overloaded.
Yep, all overloaded. And the drones.
And the Dominator comes down as well, but the masterminds are popping really quickly as he targets an MCV. That's the suicide ability, but the force shield comes out. There we go, and only loses a war factory while Zain loses his entire army. Definitely a good engagement for Legend right there.
Legend's very happy about that. Yeah, Legend definitely feels good about that. He's just been dominating him with these drones. Right in the beginning of that engagement, he got a handful of them in, and they're just ravishing. Like these drones are just destroying Zain.
Yeah. So Quas does have a good point here, right? Where every time Legend's sending in these drones, he's giving Zain money. Right, he should definitely be doing damage to Zane's base as well.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. I didn't think about that, but yeah, Zain could actually have a better grinder placement. He could actually get a grinder out kind of closer to the front line, but...
Ooh, I see drones. Wow, these icy drones are definitely going to clean up, do a lot of damage. You're going to get a lot of brutes, going to get the masterminds, going to get some tanks. And Legend with 18k starting to make siege choppers, Ivor.
When you get to 18k, that's when you open up your menu and you're like, what can I buy? And you just start buying whatever you see. Yeah, I think that is a good point, though. I'd like to see him push in a little bit. I don't know, make a little bit more happen with those drone hits. Like, he sends the drones in, devastates him, and then doesn't really follow up on it. But it's hard. Pushing in on Yuri, like you mentioned, is hard.
Yeah, but look at these sea choppers doing damage on the right-hand side of Zane's base.
Done. Let's go.
Yeah, gonna get a war factory
here
for sure.
The Kirov's coming out.
Yeah, the Kirov spam, right? It's not just 1, it's 2, it's 3. How many Kirovs is Legend gonna make? Is he trolling? I've received 4 Kirovs. Oh, Legend, you little troll.
Yeah, when you start seeing the Kirovs and the V3 rockets, but you know what? Legend is known for taking his foot off the gas and losing games.
Yeah,
So
but Dicey is ready. He's got drones in the center here. He's gonna. There we go. He launches it on time to
here's
counter
my
the
question:
mags.
has Legend lost a game worse than this before? And the answer is almost always yes.
Yes, yes. The answer is definitely yes, but
No,
it would be hard. It would be hard
I
to lose a
wouldn't
game
put
like
my
this.
money on it, but
I mean, he's got 7 War Factories. He's got 4 Kirovs coming in. He's got an MCV heading straight for Zane's base because he's bored on the right-hand side, deploying it right next to Zane's miners over there. The nuke comes down right in the center. They're going to get the lab and the War Factory. And, wow, that's a lot of gats countering the Kirovs there. The Kirovs are melting.
the
I love
Kirovs are
it.
pulling
But
out.
look at the right-hand side. He made a War Factory in Zane's
And
base
now
and he's
the-
spamming Kirovs out of it. They are coming out at hyper speed here.
Love it,
Oh
love it,
my
love it.
god.
Just
Psychic
drop them
Talk comes
right on
out,
the...
but Zayn is low power.
Oh, Zayn goes a little power. Oh my gosh.
And more Kirovs keep coming
And
out.
they're gonna
but
and
look
they're
at all
gonna be
those
coming.
stats.
They're gonna be coming forever because he has 20,000. He should be building more War Factories. He's got 20 grand. And now the drones coming out.
Oh my
Haas, thanks for the
god.
fall, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, so he needs to deal with these gats, but remember, one icy drone thing, and all these gats are dead in 1 second.
Yeah.
So, and then the Kirovs spam. Oh, but look how fast they are melting these buildings. But the flak jacks come in. They're gonna start cleaning up these gats. Zayn has to try and micro a little bit as the sea choppers come in, and the IC rhinos in the bottom just cleaning up Zayn's army. Zayn is under attack from every single direction possible, with sea choppers, rhinos, everything you could possibly imagine. With an MCV still really close to his base, he doesn't like that. But Zayn isn't quitting yet. This is absurd, Ivor.
I know Zayn's going down swinging. Hey, you know I gotta tilt my hat because I like a player who goes down swinging. And we've said it before though. Legend's the kind of player who players don't quit prematurely against him because he is capable of. He's thrown some big matches before, so he's the kind of other players are always like, let's force Legend to convert here. No matter how bad it seems, always force Legend to convert. And as you don't want your opponents to be doing that to you. You want to be the kind of player where as soon as you get up, the other player feels like I have no chance.
Yeah. Yeah.
And ultimately
Okay,
here,
huge
Zayn
engagement
has
here.
no chance.
Yeah, Zayn definitely has no chance. A big engagement here, but Legend is cleaning up. The Kirovs are cleaning up his base, and he calls GG. It is over. Wow.
Yeah.
So it wasn't enough for Legend to beat Zayn. He had to.
Yep.
He had to troll him. He had
Yeah,
to
to troll
go all
him,
out.
and yeah. Anyway, Zayn, I like it. Go down swinging. When someone starts trolling with you, keep swinging because in those positions you're gonna lose a lot. But the time that you beat someone who's trolling with you, that 1 out of 10 times, it'll make it all worth it. Fair, thanks for the follow, man.
Yeah, for sure.
2-2.
2-2. Yeah, so 0 wins for other factions, 4 wins for Soviet with these 2 players so far. So Soviet looking pretty strong in these matchups so far. I mean, Ivor, that's the biggest debate nowadays in all the discords and all everything, right? Factions, yes, fair, not fair, equal, not equal. Soviet wins more games, doesn't win more games. What's going on here? So when we do a series with your format, right, where the players keep having to switch factions, and then you see Soviet constantly winning, I don't know if it gives an indication or not, but just something to add to all of your guys' stats.
Yeah,
something
it
to
is.
consider.
Yeah, it's and that's a great point, and it is wait, what's Zayn asking? Mod?
Well, yes, Allied versus Yuri usually is a bad joke, but
No, base game. Yeah, well, and that's the thing though. But so here's the thing though, if you win it, I mean, if you lose, if it's a bad joke, it's actually funny because I actually asked Legend specifically. I was like, should we skip the Allied versus Yuri? And Legend was like, no, it's Legend was like, no, it's blah 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 bullshit. And I was like, okay. So Legend was the one who advocated for it. So maybe Legend does have some tricks up his sleeve.
yeah. So Zayn picking Yuri first. Again, it doesn't matter because Legend is gonna get Yuri next.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
Dorado Descent.
Not a bad map. I mean, every map is bad for Allied versus Yuri, but not a terrible map for Allied versus Yuri. Allied actually has a slight chance here. Ivor, did you get to see those games in the Allied versus Yuri tournament?
I did
Geoki?
No, I did not. Wait,
Bro,
I didn't realize
Geoki won.
there was a tournament that
Sorry?
was just Allied versus Yuri.
Yes. Yeah, it was a tournament that
Oh,
was just Allied versus Yuri. Super weapons were off. All right.
wow. And how did
Uh,
that go?
Super weapons were off, and Gyeoki was just invincible, bro. He won so many games as Allied. It was
Really?
crazy. Yeah, it was unbelievable. You've got to watch those games.
Yeah, I'll have to watch that. Yeah, because that's good to know. And anyway, I am excited here because Legend specifically, I was the one who had said, hey, and I'm not super in the know on some of these things. So I was like, hey, I heard I thought Allied versus Yuri was kind of a joke, and he was the one who was like, hey, no, it can be fun. Allied can win. We should do it. So I'm excited to see what Legend presumably has something up his sleeve. I'm excited to see it. But going back to what you said, Snark, about obviously the ever-ending, the never-ending debate about the factions and the balance and the this and the that. And I don't know. It seems like we've seen, like in this case, I'm tempted to say too that it doesn't really give us a super authentic look, because I feel like the players know, hey, if I lose this, I'll get my faction next time. You know what I mean? Like players, you can you can afford to lose every other. So it's fun, but at the same time, these players should be incentivized, because if Legend gets an upset here, he'll win the series because of it. So it is fun, and hopefully, and I'm gonna continue to run these things. I really enjoy opposite faction games.
I love the format of different factions and forcing the players to swap factions after every. I love that. Ivor, that is a brilliant invention. I think it definitely leads to interesting series.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, and I think I'm gonna keep running them because I enjoy it, and at the same time, the more we push this in the community, the more players will be forced to adapt and learn, and just Brute picking on a miner a little bit. Oh my gosh! Oh, I thought the miner was smoking already. Never mind.
No. The GIF comes, cleans up. 3 brutes out for Zain. What do you think of starting with 3 brutes? That's really expensive.
I don't. Yeah, he's trying to like attack with them, and I don't think that will ever work. But
yeah, Legend, really nice micro though with the Ivy. Yeah, Burger's right. His series in that tournament was also very impressive. But you'll see that Zain already has a double war factory, right? He's on 5 miners. Legend, on the other hand, only on 4 miners here. 1 single war factory.
And so, what do we know? What did we see in that tournament? What is the Allied? What's the meta for Allied versus Yuri?
So I think we saw 2 metas. No, we saw a few things. All right. We saw France being effective, but not as effective as one would have hoped. All right.
Yeah.
We didn't see as many robot tanks as I thought we would see. We saw a lot of people laming, although Gyeoki never lamed and still won games. We saw this perfect combination of mirages, prisms, and GGI IFVs to counter the Yuri army. But the thing about that was super weapons were off, so no unlimited brutes. Now, the thing about mirages is that they lose their cloaking ability when an enemy infantry unit is near them.
Oh, right.
So you could just send in the tanky brutes. It takes 3 shots for a single mirage to kill a brute, right?
Ah, interesting.
So you send in the tanky brutes. All your mirages are revealed, and then the masterminds, everything else just picks them off. So that's why that tournament was run with no super weapons. But
Gotcha. Yeah, that's good to know. Yeah, some of these things I haven't done. Normally I don't do a lot of Yuri. Yuri's growing on me, but that's good to know. In the future, when we do our Yuri versus Allied, I think I will turn off super weapons, though. Living and learning, I think that's a good adjustment. That makes sense.
Alright, so power drop here on the left. Single psychic tower deals with that pretty easily. Doesn't do much damage, but Legend with a beautiful base stretch here, about to get his 3rd patch of gems. We still don't see any super weapons out from Zain, which is interesting. But still, Zain's army, if he micros just a little bit, mirages melt so quickly to Gatling tanks. So yeah, I don't think Legend can push this at the moment. I think Zain has enough to defend, even though he doesn't have any tech. Tanya comes out. So the fun thing about Tanya is how good she is at sniping Yuri miners, Ivor.
Oh,
right?
Interesting. Yeah.
Because she'll just come in, she'll tank the Yuri shots, right? The miner shots, and she'll just pop a miner here, there, everywhere. So if you can do that, that's great. So we are seeing this Tanya on the left here. Legend is rerouting her as he comes in, and she's immune to psychic towers.
Oh, but well, perfect counter for
Oh, nice micro out of Zain. He saves it. Yeah, really, really nice micro there from Zain. He manages to save. All right, Legend's gonna push in on Legend's army here. Ooh, pop, 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 pop. It's all about the micro. It looks like Legend is gonna win this engagement
Nice.
pretty,
Takes down
yeah,
that.
pretty decently.
Little
Chronosphere comes out.
Yep, Chrono out for Legend now. And gonna push it on
Yeah.
the second little army, and
Oh.
again gonna take it.
Nice.
All right,
so
so-
Legend.
Legend wanted those, and so as the game develops, as the clock ticks, do you think it tilts more in Yuri's favor? Do you think the allied player favors a shorter game?
Well, if Yuri would have teched up, I would have said yes.
Without the tech,
But-
though, yeah, that is interesting.
Without the tech, Yuri has a hard time countering mirages, bro.
Yep, and that elite, oh,
But
Oh, the
Legend
tower.
overcommitted there. He rushed right into that.
loses the elite.
He rushed right into that
Yep,
one.
and-
He should have expected it.
Yeah,
Yeah, you always want to stay on the outskirts of Yuri's base, unless you have prisms with you.
oh, right.
You stay on the outskirts, you pop miners, you pop things, whatever comes out, you pop it. You just keep him cornered. You don't go in unless you have prisms. All right. And then prisms just snipe everything far away. All right, a big engagement here, but it looks like, oof, looks like Zain coming out on top big time here. Can Legend defend this push here from Zain? We're gonna see he has an elite Mirage along with another Mirage with his army here. Legend should be able to hold this. I hope you see that. Pillboxes come out.
And you hate to see your own elite Mirage back on your doorstep now shooting at you. It's devastating.
Yeah. So we're gonna watch this Tanya. Tanya's gonna try and snipe the miner on the left here, and Zane's army. Wow, that's a lot of reinforcements coming to Zane's army here. Zain is gonna go on the cliff here. Trust snipe miners? No, not using the mags on the cliff, which is interesting. And you see, Legend did get that miner on the left-hand side. He popped it with the Tanya, and Zain is backing off here. That's interesting. That is very interesting. Zane's army looking huge. Zain is just producing.
That
huge.
Tanya drives right into a tower. Stupid.
Oh, all right. Yeah, that's unfortunate right there. So he's gonna undeploy that Tanya right next to all the gats, I think, and she's gonna melt.
Yeah, and Zain.
Or is he gonna grind?
Zain does not taking advantage of the brutes. Still no tech out.
Oh, top left.
Ooh.
Yeah. Zain, Legend's about to lose his expansion there. I don't see how he can survive this. Mags come in, a bit of micro going on here, and Zain just sleeping, loses his army.
Oh
over
my
there.
god! I looked away for a second. Wow. And he
What happened
could
to the
have.
bottom left? Why did he go low power? He went low power. He lost the Tanya.
Wait.
He lost
What?
everything.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
yeah,
He could have just targeted the MCV intake. I mean. Oh,
No,
there's certain
yeah,
people
yeah,
anyway.
so-
But I thought, wow! I literally. Yeah, these mirages are just melting his army, and everyone in the chat, and like you said at the beginning of the game, where are the brutes? Where is the tech? The battle lab is out now, but the momentum has certainly shifted. Legend is absolutely filthy rich.
Yeah, that was. I feel like that was a throw from both players. All right, so Zayn. Now what happened was he went low power. You never go low power as Yuri. So anything that the psychic towers controlled went immediately back to Legend. So he got his elite Mirage back. He got his Tanya back. Right, he forced Zayn to move his MCV, and because the Tanya all of a sudden was in his base because he lost control of her because he lost power to the
wow.
psychic tower.
And that
so,
elite Mirage has run this map. He's switched sides many times, back on his home faction.
Yeah, for sure. I do want to see Legend send something to snipe those two miners in the bottom right. I don't like that he's letting Zayn.
Oh, yeah.
The biggest thing you want against Yuri is map control. That
Yep.
is so crucial against Yuri.
Keep him
Map
contained.
control. Yeah. But the Chronosphere will be ready. What does he chrono? He has one prism. What do you chrono, however, if you're in Legend's position?
I don't know. I guess you could try to drop in a little sneak force right on this backside of this MCV War Factory once he's distracted, maybe, right?
He is making more prisms now in his main base, so I guess that's what he's gonna chrono. And where do you chrono to? I guess
that
not the
backside-
MCV and grinder. Right?
Yeah, right on the backside
And
of
the
the MCV.
mutator?
There's no tower there right now. Yeah, you hit right there, hit the MCV. With Prism tanks, you can hit the MCV.
Mastermind's moving exactly to that position.
Yep, and another.
Mastermind's getting spread all over the place.
Well, he could just build towers. Another MCV out now for Zain.
Mm-hmm. So Zane's gonna start expanding as a scary Yuri force heads down the center. Legend, what is your answer to this? What are you gonna do about this?
And his
As
army's
the allied player.
Oh, wait. Ooh, very late. Oh, yeah, the prism
Yeah,
tanks
way
are.
out of position.
He's been getting ready to get his chronos ready. To get his chrono
Okay,
army.
okay. Target the masterminds. You got a micro. You got a
Target
micro.
the
You got a
yeah,
micro.
good.
Okay, 2 of them pop. Okay, the brutes are also gonna pop here. The prisons. No, you
Oh,
can't
you
give
hate
Yuri
to lose
prisms
the
in your
prisms.
base.
Okay, hit that mastermind. Hit that mastermind. Hit that mastermind. Save the prisms. Hit the mastermind. Yeah, good.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
Okay, so not too much damage. But
not
look
so
at
much.
all these discs. 5 trillion discs. Now we know how fun it is to count the discs as allied. So Legend's setting all of his IFVs, a lot of GG IFVs as well, and he's getting a GGI BF as well, which is we know BFs increase range by 2, increase attack damage, so they are very good versus discs.
You have good anti-air.
Terrible versus masterminds though.
All right, let's get this chrono going.
Yeah, this chrono's been ready for ages. It like Legend built it and never used it.
You could have had a second one already. Like, let's go.
Yeah. We are seeing gaps all over the place, which is really nice for the allied player.
Yeah,
You
like
definitely. And there we go, sending a force to the bottom right. Gonna snipe a miner here. Gonna go for the MCV now. Do we see a psychic tower? All right, he's gonna back off. Prisms? All right, prisms are ready to chrono. Where are you going, Legend? Tell us your plan.
Oh, there it is. Right
Oh
where
yeah,
we
bottom
said.
left.
Targets
Going straight for the power.
Oh.
That was useless.
You hate to see that.
That was just terrible right there. Useless chrono. Did make Zangolo power, but doesn't really matter because Legend wasn't in a position to capitalize on low power at the moment. Zain gonna send in his miners to help fight this army here. Did this come in? The masterminds come in. Okay, he's targeting the masterminds. Can he get them to pop? Another one pops. Another one is overloaded. The brutes come in. The BF is being useless here. His army is getting cleaned up. This is why you do not engage Yuri straight on as allied.
Don't engage Yuri straight on. Don't go in their base. Don't attack them. Don't do anything. Just cross your fingers. Try to get a weather storm. Build walls. Get a weather storm. That's very frustrating. But
I don't think Legend can hold this. He doesn't have the anti-air. I mean, he's desperately trying to make GGI IFVs quickly. We're gonna see if he can hold it. Maybe he can. He has already a few GGI IFVs ready. Zain in the meantime all over the place with 1 trillion miners. He is broke though. Legend is the one with 18k. Oh, as the Dominator comes down, gets a lab, gets a war factory. So no more tech for Mr. Legend here. As the brutes come in together with the force, oof, and Legend's army just melts.
yeah.
Mastermind is overloaded though. It's about to pop. No, Zain micros kills everything, and there's no way Legend
and that's it.
Not looking
And that's gonna
good.
be it, boys and girls. Yeah, I think the map control was really big there. I think there's a handful of things that could have been done differently, but map control was big. Legend really let him spread out. I mean, by the end of that game, Zain was literally like mining on his doorstep. So
yeah, absolutely. All right, so Yuri takes this game, but remember, guys, now they gotta switch it up. So Legend has to go Yuri, and Zain gets allied. And Legend's Yuri is no joke. But Zain chooses France.
Yes. So Sandstorm a little late to the party. The players' factions are required. No, to be clear, Legend did not choose allied willingly.
Yeah. So Luke, I assume Sandstorm is the same Sandstorm I know, and that is Luke.
Reconcile.
But yeah.
Reconcile. This map looks right. There's nothing.
Yeah. This is the good old reconcile.
I like those OG maps, tried and true.
Yeah, no, so Sandstorm, what's beautiful about Ivor's games is the format of forcing players to switch factions. So any matchup that they have to do the opposite matchup right after. So we had Soviet versus Allied, and then they switched it up, right? So first he was Soviet, then he was Soviet, then we had Yuri versus Soviet, and now we have the Yuri versus Allied matchup.
Yeah.
So we're getting all the matchups here. So far, the score is 3-2 for Zain.
And so far, we
And
have we have seen all Soviet wins. But again, if Zain can get the upset here, that will be the series. It is best of 7. Yeah, best of 7. So it is.
So first to 4.
First of 4. Yeah. So, yep, the upset for Zain here could take it. Yeah.
Yeah.
See.
All right. So Legend gets Yuri in the top left. Now this map, not good for Yuri. This is an anti-Yuri map.
And I'm
People-
rooting for the upset. I want to see the favored I would like to see Zain take it with Allied. I think that'd be really funny, and I'd really enjoy that. So that's what I'm putting into the universe.
Well, yeah. So Zain saw the map and immediately switched away from France because France on this map just no choke points to clog down
right.
France. Not really.
Yeah.
So definitely paradrops would be more effective here. Maybe snipe that oil with a paradrop or something like that. Also, Legends paradrops were just useless in that game.
Yep. Yes, they
I'm being
were.
honest. Something we saw to Gyeoki actually was he kept paradropping in his base and keeping his paradrops mobile. Right? He would just march with huge armies of GIs, but that was with no supers. As soon as the mutator is active, you don't really want to do that, do you?
Yeah, that makes sense. I like that idea. I think going forward when I do Allied versus Sub, I'm going to take the super weapons off.
So Zayn gonna steal Legend's oil here with an engineer. There we go. So Legend doesn't have an oil anymore. And
Like
he
that.
throws away a Gat.
Like that.
Yeah.
So did you see how did the increased accuracy for the Black Eagles work out in the Armageddon tournament?
It was a little bit controversial.
Were
Right.
they I mean, too good or not good enough?
Well, it's a little bit controversial.
Well, that's my question. But the controversy is between them being too good, right?
Yeah. So people were saying it's too good. On the other hand, most peoples that try to make Eagles work, like Frank, right? Frank really tried to make Eagles work.
Yeah.
He lost terribly. He lost horribly. Right? The only one who could really make them look like they were way overpowered was Woody. But Woody makes everything look overpowered.
No faction
I don't
bonuses
know.
for Woody.
Yeah, exactly. At the end of the day, there are some people who will argue that still it was overpowered, and some people will say, nah, it's fine. You want to know my personal opinion, Ivor?
I want your personal opinion.
My personal opinion is you're giving up free troops, right, for planes that actually hit. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. It's worth a trade, right? You're not going to America. You're not getting your free troops every minute. Instead, you get planes that hit, that are expensive, that cost 1,200. It's fine, and I think it was a good change, and it definitely caused people to go Korea more often. And the whole point was to get a bit more interesting games than rhinos and dogs. So at least we got rhinos, dogs, and eagles, right?
Rhinos, dogs, and eagles. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I mean, I think anything adding a little shake and bake to the usual things, mixing things up, I'm always a fan of.
All right, so we got these 3 Harriers.
The Prime sneaks in and takes that pillbox. Now he's gonna.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Now he's gonna. Oh, but now loses the Prime. Now the Engineer is exposed. Target the Engineer. Target the Engineer. Target the Engineer.
Oh, he did. He did. Very nice. So he stops Legend from getting his oil back. Very unfortunate for Legend there, as we see robot tanks on the field here. Robot tanks are immune to mind control, but they are not immune to mags and lashers.
Yeah, and the other thing with the robo tanks is they suck. They're not really good at killing things, right? Isn't that the idea?
Well, they suck, and the mags just counter them so hard, man. It's absurd.
I love the robo tank. That's just another perfect example of Yuri being built for campaign. Like the robo tanks are like this cool little campaign mechanic, and then in real games you're like, what are we doing here, boys?
Yeah, Legend might lose a miner here in the bottom. The question is, will Zayn lose his entire army to try and get that miner? Yes, he's not going to get the miner, and he's going to lose his entire army. So both of my options were wrong. Zayn just loses everything. Legend gets a miner on the gems in the bottom left here. Zayn's got a few GGI IFVs to try and counter the discs, but with the mags on top of that coming in,
Yeah.
Can Zain really defend this push is the question.
He's got to
More
get
discs coming out.
those Harriers need to get busy. He should have already done a couple swooping missions by now.
Definitely.
Oh
All right,
God.
Legend's going to be
Your
pushing
Harriers.
in here.
You need your Harriers on the home front. Where are they going? Oh God.
Legend is pushing in here.
Yep. And I think.
Ooh. And the Yuri army counters the Allied army so perfectly.
Yep.
And it will
And the
pick up your anti-air, and the discs will just pick them off, and the masterminds will pick off anything that those two didn't pick off. Okay, prison tower, that's cute. And robot tanks rush in to try and get this mastermind. That was a nice little micro there from Zain. Will it be enough? Is the question.
Legend
Doesn't
somehow
look like
making
it.
this. Yeah, Legend somehow making this look interesting, but at the end of the day, I don't think Zain has much of a chance here.
Robot center gonna go down. Oh, didn't
What
snipe
is
the
he
robot
do-
center.
Yeah.
I think he's trolling. He might
Yep,
just
I
be
think
trolling
he's
at this
trolling
point.
a little bit. Yep. Trolling a little bit.
GG.
All right. So it does come down to 3-3. Seventh game.
Oh.
We are heading over to Heck.
And they can each choose their own factions here, right?
Choose your own. Yep.
Okay. So here we are on Heck Freezes Over Game 7 match point for both players. And yeah, I agree. I agree with both you and Quas.
Yep.
Those Harriers did not pay for themselves. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, they should have. And then at the end there, like he needed to call the militia, and instead he sent the Harriers downfield to pick on a power plant or something. Those Harriers, you you hotkey your Harriers, you keep them busy. Every time they got bombs loaded up, they should be hitting something. You got to stay really busy with those to get your money's worth.
Yeah. Another example of something Woody is fantastic at. He invented a new meta. He had games where he had 4 AFCs.
Oh, and he was just running tons of Harriers.
Eagles.
Oh, Eagles, right. Yeah, I need to watch. Okay, wait. So who did the Allied versus Yuri tournament? Who streamed that?
There were several streamers of that. I think MJ streamed most of the Allied versus Yuri games.
Huh? I'll have to. Who hosted that tournament?
So the original idea came from Jake. Now Jake's a big believer in Allied. He's a huge believer. He loves Allied. He thinks Allied is the best. He thinks the Allied could, if you're good enough, counter anything and everything. So everyone argued with him. So basically, this tournament came about to prove a point. Now there were many sponsors. Doofus was a sponsor. I think even Berg was a sponsor. I think MJ was a sponsor.
Oh, cool.
And Jake, of course, also put down some money. It was interesting. It was interesting. I think the best part was watching Gilky be just OP.
Dominating with Allied. Yeah, that's awesome. That's great. And so with this Armageddon tournament, I know Frank had mentioned like the idea being, more players playing Red Alert 2. So is that the Chinese base specifically? The Chinese players play a lot more Red Alert 2. Is that the idea?
Well, yeah, the feeling was if you're looking for a higher number of top tier players, you're gonna find more of them in Red Alert 2 than you are in Yuri's Revenge.
But that's because of the Chinese. Like there isn't many non-Chinese players who, like the main reason for that is because it brings in the Chinese top pool, who are more Red Alert 2, right?
Yeah. I guess we could look at the bracket after this and look at the Western players and ask who would have not joined if it was Yuri's Revenge.
Like Frank is like one of the top players I know.
Frank wouldn't. Exactly. So Frank is one example. Yeah, Frank is one example. Might be a few others like Sovs or Die or a few others that really prefer Red Alert 2. I don't know. Okay, so interesting faction choice. We did mention that we saw Soviet win all the games in the Allied versus Soviet.
God, I didn't even realize. Wait, does Zain know he can choose? Yeah, we said it. Okay.
We said it. We said it very clearly.
Zain goes Allied here. Okay, interesting. So this, sorry, we got a little distracted. Anyway, the 7th game, people are choosing their own faction, and Legend obviously going Soviet, but Zain has gone Allied. So I don't know, and I feel like we had kind of mentioned at this point in time, I think Zain would have a very difficult time beating Legend at his own game. Rhinos into Rhinos. So maybe he feels like, hey, let's give him a different look. Let's shake it up a little bit. Get some maybe
and Heck is a good, Heck is a good Allied map, right? So I guess it's a good move as the seal moves across the map. Looks like this has become standard with these players. Just seal every single game. Send one seal. do see the bunker already out for Legend to counter the seal. And again, price-wise, it costs the same, right? You could fill a bunker, build a bunker, fill it up, and still not cost as expensive as the IFV and the seal.
Yep. Yep. It counters it. It's a good counter.
Yeah. All right. So we see the seal heading towards the center again, trying to make its way somehow. But what the seal does do beautifully is it keeps the Soviet player in his base, right?
Yep.
Map control.
Yep.
Now the Allied player is always concerned about early pressure. But if the seal is forcing the Soviet to stay in base, he doesn't have to worry about early pressure, and he could just build up, tech up, and reach the really juicy Allied tech that he wants.
Path. Yeah, I think we are gonna get AIEAAY reverse Legend after this. Same format is the idea. That's the plan as of right now. That seal, he's really picking and choosing. Oh, what's that?
Yeah. Yeah, you said his name wrong. It's
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And the crazy Ivan
coming in the bottom here.
Oh.
Backing off. I would have dove for the. You wouldn't have dove for the lab there.
That lab's looks pretty exposed and pretty nice. I think I. Oh, and okay, so Zain has a spy. Legend has a crazy Ivan.
Oh my god. Trying to keep track of everything here. So crazy Ivan, spy, seal, tanks. Right, the spy's heading to the top left as the Ivan is in that flakjack, which is helping counter those rocketeers. Spy just chilling in the top left, gonna wait for the opportune moment to head in, and there's a power drop right below Legend's base, which is why he can't expand. He is sending a Desolator now to counter it as the spy comes in. We're gonna see if the spy gets in. That wouldn't be good for Legend. Spy coming in.
Legend sees.
He has a Desolator there. Yeah, and Zane's gonna back off here.
I like him. I like that he didn't. I like that he doesn't. I feel like so many players, when they try the early funny business, they commit to it. They send the seal. If it's
push.
there, they die. It dies, and that's it. And I like that. I like that Legend's kind of picking and choosing here. Not. Oh no. Okay. All right. I think Zain could hold this, right?
Zain, I think could. Yeah, Zain can definitely hold this. Little Rhino push, and he even splits off to deal with the Ivan flex. So very nice. Oh, Legend's gonna try and push this terrible idea, losing so many tanks.
Oh, and all the tanks. That was really good use of those dogs. Those rhinos.
Yeah.
Those rhinos killed every single dog. But the crazy Ivan on the back door, gonna hit the lab. Hits the lab.
So at least the lab's gonna go down.
Can you?
But the force shield comes out.
Oh, nice. Can you send the AFK miners? Gotta get those guys working. Can you send an engineer into a building that has been Ivan?
Yes, and you don't even lose the engineer. You just repair the bomb.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, Deso bomb.
Ooh, good pull out though for Zain.
Yeah, doesn't get as much damage as he would have wanted
Zain,
to with that.
You gotta get your miners working, buddy. You're doing so good at so many things.
Yeah, 4 miners just AFK.
That's one of those miners. That's such a minor. That's funny. Minor. Anyway, minor mistakes can really get you.
Yeah, minor mistakes can definitely get you. As Zain now expands after finally getting his miners back to work. Oof, and Legend with the IC out, with the 2 war factories getting nice, juicy ore all over the place. I'm unhappy with both of these players this game, Ivor.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm being honest.
Yeah, a lot of less than optimal things happening. Yeah, I really want to see Zain pull something out. So some of Legend's silliness I'm kind of liking because I want Zain to pull it out.
Yeah, and Legend just throw away 2 Desolators in the center, sending them right into the GIs instead of deploying.
When was the last time a GI with a pistol killed a Desolator? Come on, Zain. You're better than that.
Yeah. Alright, so Legend can hold this, right? I mean, his IC's ready in 30 seconds. He definitely can hold this.
Yeah.
I'm liking Legend's position. He's got 10k in the bank.
Yeah.
He's chilling. I think Legend's position is really, really nice here.
Yep, I think so.
I think that third ore patch over there on the top left.
And you look at the economies.
Choppers.
And to Legend's credit, Legend has effectively he's effectively countered all of Zane's funny business. Zane spies and seals, he's got them all.
Yep. Oh, but he is gonna lose the industrial plant, which is unfortunate.
Nice little hit.
Okay. So that power drop does get a bit of value there. Sea choppers are coming out now. Sea choppers are so annoying for the ally player. If he's going to all out mirages,
now he has to mix in air defense, splits up the mirages, gets the higher ground. I kind of like that move. Oh, and he's able to pick off the Deso bomb. That was nice. That was nice. I like that.
Completely ruins. Icy comes out
the
though.
Icy, yeah, it's gonna be pretty. Siege Chopper's head to the backside.
In here.
Siege Chopper's gonna.
So Siege Chopper's gonna go for the lab. Gets the MCV. Gets a lot of value for this Icy. A lot of value. That was a nice push from Legendary, you know, sending in the choppers, perfect timing to grab that lab while Zain was busy, splitting up his tanks to get the MCV and attack the army. And Zain's in trouble. Zain has no lab, and he needs to face a fully teched Soviet player.
Yep. And if it wasn't the 7th game, you know, but I think in this case, Zain's got to throw whatever he's got. And he doesn't have much. Handful of Rockies.
Dropping the top right. Yeah, Rockies are nice.
Not a lot of flak out for Zain. That's one thing in his favor. Or not a lot of flak out for Legend.
Yeah. As the 4th War Factory comes out. Okay, but the flak cannon was ready and waiting,
and one,
you know.
One flak cannon just devastates. And Berg, that's absolutely right. At the one GI trained his whole life. Personifying individual units, I forget how much fun that is. Because it's true, you know, each one of these people represents a human with a family who's dedicated their life to this craft. And that GI thought he was going to take the Desolator down with a pistol. He didn't even get close, unfortunately, but he died a hero.
No, so I think Berg is talking about that GI that did manage to get the Desolator with a pistol.
Wait, did? What? I didn't see a GI get a Desolator. In the very middle of the map?
In the beginning. Yeah, in the beginning there.
In the beginning? Oh, I thought.
Well, there were a few. No. There was
I'm gonna have to go rewatch
Desolators there. Never mind.
Well, in that case, that GI really died a hero. That GI really died a hero then. And the G's come out. Okay.
Yeah. So Legend wins the series, but it was really close, really fun.
Yep.
That was pretty damn cool, actually.
Takes it in the 7th game, but yeah, we got to see some good looks, and we didn't see any of the upsets from different players playing their off factions, but we did see some good games. We definitely had some fun games. So I think we have.